Anthony who? Anthony who?
He's a shy lad.
Jaden who?
Yeah, I know.
Jaden Sancho.
Yeah,
Jaden Sancho sat on his backside, mumping and grumping.
Do you know what Kieran sent our producer?
What?
I told you Garnacho's a good player.
Oh,
patting himself on the back.
Oh, well done.
Took 12 games, 13 games.
I hate to say I told you so, Dan. You know I hate to say that. But I did mention it at least 3 times in the last 4 shows.
Oh,
you just got to
count
play
him.
him. You've got to play him. He's fearless. He's fearless. And, you
How
know,
do you
when
think
United
Amrabat's
are having
feeling,
such
Mario?
a bad season, you know, you might as well just throw caution to the wind. You know, United have been struggling all season. I've been screaming for him to play. Screaming.
He's been playing.
He's been playing, Kieran.
I know he has recently,
He's been
but
playing
this was
badly.
back when...
He plays him, but he doesn't play that well all the time. He does not play all well that all the time.
Get it everywhere. Oh, Gibbs.
Kieran, get your crash helmet on, will you? You're even getting it from Holland. He's getting...
Mario, how's Amrabat feeling, eh? A teenager comes in and performs like that.
Wow. I looked at him and, like an 18-year kid that can dictate the tempo of the team like that, because I know that people were watching the bicycle kick and I loved it. I think, we have to highlight that. But that young kid, if you're that young, 18 years old, come into a team that all the eyes are on you, okay, the only advantage he had, because he comes to the youth system, but the way the energy he was, and the way he was demanding the ball, and they were all playing him the ball and he was showing up for the ball, and there was one moment, a key moment for me, was the tackle he made in the box, and then he made a block and I was like, wow, this is a kid. That's why he took him off, because sometimes when you play, and we all are aware of it, when we get our emotions going and the joy and we feel like we're really doing everything, the coaches have to protect us because our steam runs out. And he took him out, and I think the timing was right to take him out and put someone else on. And when you talked Amrabat, I feel sorry for that. He spends a lot of money for him and he puts you on the bench. And then the 18-year-old kid comes in. That was probably when you signed for the team. You didn't expect that to happen because you probably thought, this is not going to be part of my battle. But now this kid really put himself in the window and says, come on, let's have it. We're going to battle for that position. And that position is, the way it looks now, is, it looks kind of open. So if I was 18-year-old and I played like him, I will go all the way.
I think he gets it, doesn't he?
Well, he certainly...
I believe he got injured in pre-season, otherwise he might have played a little bit more, but, he just looks so composed on the ball, and obviously one of the things they've struggled with in the middle of the park, amongst many things, is somebody that can get around the field and cover, and certainly at 18, there's no doubt that's going to happen. Can I give Gab Marcotti some credit here? He's not on the show.
You feeling all right?
What?
No, I will, because Gab did say, to be fair, right, when we were talking about Amrabat, he said, I watched more Serie A, and particularly Fiorentina, than probably most of you, which I think is absolutely crystal clear. He has seen more of Amrabat than any of us. And he did say, Amrabat, as good as he was for Morocco in the World Cup, and he was brilliant, does not play like that week in, week out. Right? And to be fair, that's what he said. And I think we're seeing a bit of that now, where he's a good player, but at the World Cup, he looked like a great player. But then you have to ask the question of the scouting system.
Yeah, how much did they spend on Amrabat as well?
But then you've got to ask,
What idiot here said Liverpool should sign Amrabat? Who said that? Oh, thank you.
But if he's watching Fiorentina, which he does, obviously, because he covers Serie A a lot, what are United looking at then?
Yeah.
Are they looking at just Morocco World Cup? Let's get them in, because you wouldn't put it past their scouting department to operate that way. But
well, there's always desperation with them, though.
But to come in and have a youngster, if that was me or him, right, and we've all had bad games and bad times and bad periods and injuries, but if I came in as a senior international player and a teenager who's wet behind the ears, at a time when your club are under pressure, your manager's under pressure, if he's playing before me, my God, I don't know where you turn. I really don't know as a pro where you turn after that. Yeah. What do you say to the man?
You can't spin that in your head any other way than what it is.
Go on, Mario.
No, but you also, guys, that when things like that happen, you also thinking like, hey, this is what you didn't prep yourself for that when you came when he came to Man United. I don't think he prepped for having this kid coming and knocking on his door. So that was one of the surprises. And I think that's one of the key things. But also, big teams, we all know that they don't wait for young talents always to come through. And I don't think Man United is a club that at that point was waiting for a young kid actually to put a stamp on the game the way he did. So they might have thought, like, okay, we have to get up there quickly. We have to, compete again for the league. And we're not going to wait for the 18-year-old kid. So let's get the sizes of the Amrabats and all the other talents that they try to buy. But then this young kid comes through. And that's why I'm like, wow.
But you got to ask yourself a question, though. Did they see this kid being this good? I mean, surely they're not going to go and spend all that money on Amrabat and then 4 weeks later you're playing a kid. I mean, I don't imagine they thought this kid was going to do that.
I think Amrabat's alone, though, is he not?
I think you buy him at the end.
Yeah, but it's not.
This is all very...
I don't think there's a get-out.
Ring Gab.
Jail card.
Gab will know. Gab will know what's going on.
As I said, there's no way they go and bring this guy in if they think this kid's a player. Or as good as we think he's going to be.
OK, 8.5 million they paid for the loan, and then they have an option to buy him for 21 million at the end.
I mean, it's not 100 million, is it? But it's still, it still begs the question. And when they've got Casemiro as well with this long contract, and he's in his 30s, and he's looking a bit sluggish. So there's a look.
Trust you to turn this to be negative.
No,
United won, went to Goodison and won.
Correct.
Eventually.
No, they're on actually a very good run of results against some of the poorer teams, but. You can't do anything else. But I mean, the positive is the goal, and then this young guy. I just thought his performance was fantastic.